This is Blueprint Life Creation Podcast with your prophetic professor and lecturer, Benford B. Manson. On today's episode, we continue again from where we left off at. And the episode before, we talked about talent, gifts, and talents. A lot of people believe talents is because of what they can do, their hobbies or what they can do. But when you go back to the original will tell you that, hey, it's not the same. English means talent, meaning that, hey, something that you can do, some hobby, some craft you can do. But then in the original, that meaning that they were money. The man gave the people money. So again, I'll be talking to you in this podcast. This is off the cuff. This is not with no notes. Because I've been reading and doing a lot of research and understanding it. So I'm breaking it down to you, making it so that you can have a better understanding of what I am saying. I want to be descriptive. And as you can hear in the background, you may hear that rolling, that's thunder. As they said, you have to find a nice quiet place to do recording. They can go to not to hear that. Unless you're going to a soundproof building. But I like it because it's a part of the Blueprint Life Creation Podcast. It's a part of all that counts in it. That's an environment. So again, a gift and a talent is similar. A talent is money. As I said to you before, the man, he gave the one 10, 5, and 1. Now the one who had 1, he thought he had less. He thought, and some people think that's not fair. The man got 5. I used to think that too, but I didn't understand until now. You can have 1 talent, but your 1 talent can be greater than the man with 10. He might have a head start on you. But then once you go back and do your research and find out what is in you, go in your knapsack and find out what is in you. Now this, like I said, this is where gift comes in. God gave every man, every woman, every boy, every girl a gift. You're born with a gift. You love to do something when you were younger. Sometimes some parents cause you not to go after a gift anymore because let's say for example, you wanted to be a doctor. You say, I don't want to be no doctor. I ain't what my calling is. I want to be this. I wanted to be that. But your parents have forced that on you. Then eventually you come to find out later in your life when you can make a decision, I don't want to be that. I want to be this. And you go after that. And you find you have more pleasure, more joy in that. And that's a gift. No one can take a gift from you. Now, there are some places in the Bible, like I like to refer to the Bible, but like I talk on both portions, secular and spiritual aspect, because I've been a prophetic professor, giving you prophecy, talking to you. So some people that's a gift. Like I said, some persons experience them may take the gift from them, or try to make them feel bad, and they put the gift aside because they didn't know no better. Even bullies in school or on the workplace. You get a promotion on the job. Then your friends don't like you no more. Because you have to make some hard decisions. You got to give them and tell them what to do. They don't like you no more. They started thinking bad about you. They started thinking, I wish she get fired. I wish she get fired. And sometimes they do set you up and you get fired. But that ain't a bad thing. I mean, it's a bad thing that you got fired. But that's a good thing. That's a good thing. You know why? And then some people, of course, you get fired and you have to leave the job and you have to find a next job and a lower job, a low position. And they laugh at you and say, yeah, she ain't no more. She ain't no more to be bored with us. He ain't no more to be bored with us. But guess what? That's a good thing. And I can tell you 2 persons. I tell you one had a gift. It's Samson. You remember Samson in the Bible, the man, strongest man in the Bible? He had a gift. His gift was what? He had strength. It was in his locks, was his strength. I mean, what happened was, you know the story. They wanted to know because he was defeating the enemy so much, and they wanted to know how to get at him. And then he was seduced by a lady, and what happened is she was able to continue to nag him, and she found his strength. And she cut off his locks, and then he was captured. And then by him being captured, now the people have made fun of him. They can now bully them and say, yeah, you bullied us before, now we can bully you. But then they didn't know. They took away his gift. They made him feel bad. But guess what? His hair grew back. They didn't understand it. You now start going to night school, you start educating yourself. They didn't see it coming. They didn't see it coming. You educate yourself, and now you start working on the things that you was weak in. And then what happened? The hair grew back, but they thought it was in their first hair, so once we got off, we see it back, but they taking no notice of it. And what happened? When they least expected, the strength came back, and he was able to destroy them by breaking down. You remember he pushed down the big columns and the whole place came down. And the Bible said he did more than his in his latter years and that than what he did at the beginning. So again, your gift will make room for you. Now, next person is Joseph. Remember Joseph in the Bible? The next one, he got a gift. His brothers didn't like him. They didn't like him because he was favored by his dad. And so what happened is they wanted to get rid of him. And so eventually, when they didn't try everything they want, somebody came up and said, "Look here, let's sell him. Let's get him out the job. Get him with that promotion. Get fight. They sell him and where they sell him? Sell him into Egypt. And when he went to Egypt, he was in Egypt. But what happened is his gift came to the forefront. You know, remember Potiphar? Potiphar got to like him. Potiphar purchased him, put him in his house, and found out that hey, this slave could read. This slave could write. Man, I could put him more and could count. And he good with business. Put him in charge. And then of course you remember, come again, the same thing happened to Samson. What happened is now the female tried to seduce him, and when he didn't know any given to her, she set him up and he get put in prison. But by being put in prison, he was able to get his gift still make room for him. Because what happened is he had a gift of dreams, and he was dreaming. He said these dreams before he went to prison. God always put that gift in us. We have that gift, but you have to find your gift. And that gift, as I said, will make room for you. This is an important episode. And like I said, all this have to do with you now posting on your channel, posting up, getting your like, doing your recordings and everything. And when you record your stuff and you post it, it's important. Posting it and getting the perfection. Now you see around me, like I said, I'm sweating. Now these lights, we will deal with it with these lights next. Because it's very important for you to understand. Like, subscribe, and share. This has been Blueprint Land Creation Podcast with Brentwood B. Manson, your prophetic professor and lecturer. Thank you. See you in the next episode.